Yes, we really come on in. Phone, trying to charge my phone while we was out here, whatever, man. Couldn't get it charged. So, yeah, man. Trying to get some folks in here. Yeah, gonna get out here. Come on in, man. Let some of y'all come in. Gonna talk a little bit, man. This ain't the real cigar. Come on in, come on in. Let some people come in a little bit. We gonna talk a little bit. My phone go dead. This outdoor charger won't let me charge it outside, but I just want to talk about a little thing. Mm-hmm. I usually get a cigar, but I didn't have nothing. I thought about it the last minute. I don't smoke these all the time, just sporadically or whatnot. But yeah, we just gonna talk about a little bit of dog talk, really. Yeah, so wait till some folk come in. Don't work all this weekend, so I'm off for 2 days, and we're gonna talk about the puppies a little bit, and some future references, breeding that's gonna go down in our program, and just trying to make better dogs, more competitive dogs. hmm Yes, sir. Hope everybody doing good, man. Let me see. What's going on, Randall? What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Tell me something, man. Talk to me a little bit. Let's discuss something a little bit. Why before this phone go there? It's on about 29%. But I just want to get on live, and I want to talk about some things, man, and break some stuff down, and in my opinion and my in my theory of these dogs. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you good? Yeah, man, that's what's up. Me too, man. I'm just gonna relax a little bit, worked a little bit of 12 hours, man, and I'm gonna get me one of these, and just cool it out, right? Ain't nothing wrong with sipping a little bit. I don't do it like all the time. I just every once in a while I sip, have a little beer, and 'cause it make me sleep good sometimes. Sometimes you can't even really sleep good. The plug. Yeah, I know, right? I gotta get it charged up, bro. I got to, but I ain't gonna stay on here really long, though. I just want to talk a little bit, man. Trying to let some old folk come in before I really start talking. But yeah, you're right. What's up, John? What's up, my brother, man? You was supposed to call me, but you ain't never called. I don't think you never called me, man. I was trying to get you to call me, bro. Mm-hmm. You didn't know what, baby? Why? There's bugs and stuff out here. There's bugs and stuff out here. But yeah, you supposed to call me, John. You ain't never called me. Come on, this come on out here. Don't be making all that noise anyway. But now I got about 14 viewers. Yeah, we just gonna talk about some future breedings. Get down, get down, get down. Some reference breedings in my program. Come on, ooh, um, get down, girl. Um, and we were gonna just talk about. We're gonna break down, what does inbreeding and what does line breeding and what does outcrossing do to your program. And and my thing is, I think inbreeding it basically um, it and it basically intensifies the blood. It intensifies once you inbreed one time, and or you got like a 50-50 cross and you inbreed like a father, daughter, or um, mother, son, or brother, sisters. It intensifies that blood quickly. Like it intensify it. And then when you go to inbreeding, um, you find that it fortifies it, where it strengthens it physically and mentally, strengthens the blood. That's the I thing. It fortified. I think that was a good word. I used a bunch of words to try to find. I think that was probably about the best word I could use for what I want to use for the line bread. Is definitely fortifies your program all the way out, and then you got out crossing. It amplifies it, and it's going to increase. your bloodline over time if you really missing something or you lacking something. That's what outcrossing does. But yeah, let's see what it say. I don't know what that Spanish word is. And get down, girl, get down. So all three of them can be worked really good, and that's what I've been trying to, work on myself. Just trying to work all three of them and focus just not on just one. And like I said, I don't knock no other breeder for trying to, just focus on one. But me personally, as my program, I want to see all of them work really, really well. And like I got my Lackey's Brit dog, he's still an outcrosser and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to keep him in much as I can. At least if I can keep him into a 16 for a 1/8, I'm still good because that outcross still up in there. But I really been breeding some good stuff. These puppies, they come off a really a repeated breeding, man. And the first breeding that came out, she had one female and 5 males, and a lot of them came out really good. They came out submissive. They came out athletic. They came out with a nice prey drive. So I was highly recommended to do it over. But I wanted to talk about the, like I said, the inbreeding aspect of everything, man. As far as the blood, the inbreeding, it like I said, it intensifies it. The line breeding, it fortifies it, and the outcross, it amplifies it. That's right, Randall. That's definitely right. Yeah, man. And like I said, bro, I focus, man. I study these pedigrees, man, and just trying to have the best of the best and get a customer the best experience possible. But also, I got some line bred stuff that's coming. What I've been basically doing in my program is line bred and inbred, taking a line bred and inbred dog. But this other stuff that I got coming from my homeboy, he is going to be line bred on top of line bred. So that's kind of good in a sense. I'm happy for that. Get down, get down, get down. But nobody on here. Nobody don't want to get on here and talk to me a little bit, except Randall. Randall, you talking to me? Yeah, but like I said, I'm wanting to see how that line bred can compete with that inbred, because a lot of people in their program, they focus on this strictly inbred stuff, this strictly all the way inbred. But I've been really focusing on inbred, line bred, and keeping the outcross in their stock. Seeing if it can compete with my inbred stuff, and I haven't inbred yet. So this breeding that I got right now, I'm gonna do a half brother, half sister with the same parents. That'll be inbred, but it'll still keep it 50-50 all the way down the board. And man, it's gonna be some good stuff, man. So yeah, man, I really take my time out thoroughly to study the dogs, looking at them and all that stuff, man. I really take my time out to do it, because you got to do it in order to get something, to pull something out. And one of my biggest pet peeves is if a dog ain't giving you everything, as long as he giving you one trait to build off of. One trait to build off of. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro, I've been around, and I listen to other people. I listen to other people. I read. And I'm looking at my own yard. I'm looking at other people's stuff, and so I pay attention, man. I definitely pay attention, bro. Like I say, I ain't no. I'm still a baby in this, but I'm still growing. Like I'm growing at a rapid speed. Like far as, 'cause like I say, my bloodline ain't nothing but like 6 years old, going on 6 years old when I first crossed it in with this. So, man, it's been some beautiful things. I don't seen some of the best, but the best is yet to come. Yeah, man. So I thought maybe I'd do a live on this Sunday, since I ain't did one, because I've been trying to really get in some groundworks, man, and do some breeding. And right now, what I got coming forth, I got some the dog that these puppies half brother that came out the first litter. I want to breed to some females that I got on my yard. Hey, Vaya, give us some water. Give us some water. Give us some water down there. Give us some water. Get down. Give us some water in that cup. I'm gonna go down a breeding. I'm gonna go down a generation. He's a generation, like I'm gonna breed him to his great aunts and some of his, some of his cousins, second cousins. I'm gonna go down a generation. I'm gonna come back up a generation. So I think that's gonna really be good because, like I say, the Slim Jim side is very tight. A lot of them dogs is very, very tight. So I'm trying to loosen it up a little bit, and then go back in. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you typically turn it. Turn it left. Turn it left. The opposite way. Turn it the opposite way. Put your whole hand up. Put your whole. Go ahead. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, we gonna have some good stuff, Randall, man. We just been really patient, man, and we just trying to see things work, man, for the best, man. And then we trying to get these prices at a good working price. Um, you know, trying to get them people to get them at a good working price, a good opportunity to get some of these dogs, man. And like I say, I got all these puppies gone, and the ones that I'm keeping, man, the females, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing to watch them. And I'm sitting here watching how they probably gonna be fast mouth. They gonna be real glitch, had them glitch muscles, and they gonna have some bite, man. I got bit yesterday, bro. I'm talking about from right here. That little puppy bit me, man. He would not let go. But yeah, man. Appreciate you tuning in, man. But that's what I basically want to talk about. I ain't been on here in a while, so get down, sweet tea. Move, 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 move. And trying to get her down, man. Quit. Stop. But yeah, man. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate the love. Get down. Woo. Um, Definitely appreciate you tuning in. I can't even get active because she's sitting up. He ain't seen me all day, but we usually play. That's why she's trying to get up here. But this dog right here, man, very smart, very athletic. Man, fast, got some mouth, and she's not really. She her prey drive ain't really came all the way yet. So I don't worry about that, man, when that prey drive don't come because usually it'll come early. Usually it'll come depending on what two particular dogs you breed. Sometimes it'll come in the middle. Sometimes it'll come at the end. Either way it comes, I'll wait on it because I don't mind waiting. And sometimes you get your best dog because you can have a dog that's acting so hot so early, and he still might not even be better than that normal dog. You just never know. And so I'm always, like I said, I like to use this analogy all the time. I like it's the art, it's the science, and it's the anticipation, man. Definitely the anticipation, man. So, man, yeah. But I had to get on here and get this live going for y'all. I ain't did nothing in a while, man. So I hope y'all Sunday going good. Some of y'all got to go back to work tomorrow. So I said I'd do it before it get too late. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we here. We gonna be doing some big things, man. Like I say, we got some more breedings to do, man. And I'm excited about them breedings where we gonna go down a generation with the dog. Oz, because man, he checks off the list. He checks off the list of everything I'm looking forward, man, to. That's why we gonna breed him, man. He screams when he see another dog. Hey, what's up, John? Things come to those who wait. That's right, bro. I'm telling you, man. They definitely come, man. And like I said, I'm gonna give you an example of what I had. I had a female that was like that. Her name was Goya Bean. When I first got her, very temperament dog, didn't show no, but she was heavy inbred 3 times off her brother and sister. From a grandfather to a great grandfather, and a great grandmother to a great grandfather, grandmother, and a great grandfather, grandmother, then her father and her mother. And man, the older she got, when she turned 5, she had one of my first litters when she was 3. And man, just seeing her just getting them dogs be on they get rowdy or whatever, she started to turn on after that. So, yeah, man, I don't seen it firsthand, man. So, yep. But I didn't want nothing today, man. I just want to talk about a little bit of I was speaking about what inbreeding can do for your program and what line breeding can do for your program on the outcrossing, and all of them, they all almost the same, but they all so different in their own way. Inbreeding going to intensify your program instantly. Line breeding is gonna, it's gonna fortify it. It's gonna strengthen it physically, mentally, and it's gonna, it's just gonna level it out. You know what I'm saying? And then outcrossing it's gonna amplify it. It's gonna increase something that you really lacking. Hey, what's up with you, man? Darren, what's up, man? Yes, sir. Just on here, just talking a little bit, man. Just on here talking a little bit, man. Talking about the puppy, talking about future references, breedings in my program that I'm gonna be doing that I like to see that come to life, man. And some amazing things gonna come out, man. Some really good dogs gonna come out. I'm just waiting for some of the females that I want to breed a generation down to this dog I got from my homeboy that he bought, but I got him back on my yard. I'm gonna breed to him, and he's the siblings, the half sibling of these puppies, these recent puppies I just had. But I should have some puppies coming around like August. They'll drop in August. So with Obsidian and JoJo, that'll be off half brother, half sister on the bottom, and then they'll be like, it'll be an out. That'll be out on the top because Lackey Brit still on the top, her father. So it'll be an out. So, but man, when I bred that the first time with her little mate sister Brittany and them, you got Big Mama, you got Light, you got Grizzly. All them dogs came out good, man. They came out good, man, for real. Like they really, man, when they turned like close to 3 months to 4 months, bro, they was roughing each other up. When I say roughing, they was roughing each other up. Yeah, man, that Joker bit down on that, man. I'm telling you, bro. He literally bit down. I had to pry his mouth open. Like I had to take that Joker out. I was like, God, he could have took a hunk out of me, bro. But yeah, man. But these puppies should be biting fast. They should have glitch muscles because I'm seeing it. Because when you sitting there observing your litter, man, you looking for specific things. You looking for specific things. They're gonna be fast. And when they got, like, say, my homeboy, he told me this, and I didn't even know. He said if a dog got glitch muscle, that mean they got some good mouth to them. So I'm seeing these out of these dogs. They moving, they moving fast, and they all of them biting. I said they ain't even biting like regular puppies. They clamping down like a puppy. They nip you. It hurt, but it don't hurt like that. When that puppy bit, boy, I felt that. I was like, boy. But I know where the mouth coming from. The mouth is coming from Wilkins Alice the Great. Their grandfather, he was bred from a brother and sister, breeding just as well from Sinclair's Demon Lido, Sinclair's Alexa. But man, that little joke could bite, man, to be 23, 24, 25 pounds. He could bite, bro. When I say bite, man, I'm gonna tell you this story, and I don't probably said this before, but I had my dog Jules, and she was like 3 times bigger than him, man. I don't know how the heck he got loose. She was inside the cage. It was raining so hard, and I had to come over there. Something just told me to go over there that day. Man, when I say they got into a little scuffle, man, he split her face open, like literally. Like I could put my hand down in her face. That's how he split her face open, bro. And I said, I know this dog got some mouth. But I was able to heal up. My man's gave me some. He gave me some old remedies. It looked like mayonnaise, but it healed up within about 2 weeks, man. But that mouth, these dogs gonna have some good mouth on them, man. And the dog that I want to breed Oz back to, man, I'm gonna breed back to his great aunt, which is these puppies' great aunt. Man, she got some devastating mouth, man. Telling you, when she be popping that thing, bro, she pop. So hopefully she ain't never been bred. She's 7 years old. That's why I said I'm gonna go down a generation and come back up. When I mean come back up, the puppies off of him, I can breed back to his dad. I can breed back to his cousin, and I can breed back to his other cousin. You know what I'm saying? Cause stop. What are you doing? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Till I hadn't did nothing. I've been just trying to get some ground programs and these certain breeds, these combinations that I want to see live instead of just focusing on a mother, father, not mother, father, but son or father, daughter, or brother and sister. I'm trying to, get an equal opportunity with all combinations that can breed out the dogs. You know what I'm saying? This thing keep on going out. So I try to get a cigar because I smoke these sporadically. And like I say, this beer gonna calm me down. Been at work all day, 12 hours. So, but that's good. That Bud Line, I like that. Yeah, man, that's right. Heck yeah, Kapopulate. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I ain't doing nothing, but talk to me about something. Let's talk about a topic, man, so I can kind of go in. But that's what I basically wanted to break down them three elements, or three methods of what it's going to do for your program. What inbreeding and line breeding, what outcrossing does. So give me a topic to talk about so we could talk about something. Get down, sweet tea, move, put. But yeah, give me a topic to talk about, Randall. Give me something to talk about. Stop. You about to go back in the house. Give me something to talk about, man. Yes, sir. Give me something to talk about. Yeah, this definitely gonna relax me after I get done with this, man. I'm gonna take a shower. And
Oh no, I dropped it. I can't wait to make my new paint.
yeah, give me something to talk about, man. Heck yeah. Mr. Dern, give me something to talk about, Dern. We talked earlier. Yeah, give me something to talk about, man. What you need to know about so we can talk about it. Oh man, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I seen a lot of great lines in my time. And like I said, I ain't that old. I'm still a baby. I'm only 44. But I seen, right in my hometown, Metland Outlaws. They ran a lot of the Metland stuff back then. And probably a lot of the Eli stuff. But that's the only dog I'm familiar with because it was raised up in here. But I like a lot of lines, man. And my old line is too, before I even knew what it was, it's basically off of old, the old Eli Kobe stuff, basically, with some outs. And I like that, but I like a lot of lines, man, because I study a lot of lines. I like a lot of lines. Like you got, a bunch of stuff like the Hammonds, the Rascal stuff, Jeep Rascal. I like a bunch of lines. What you say that Mabel Hard Rocks like? Yeah, yeah. Oh nah, you good? You definitely good, man. But just mention something on here so we could talk about it. But yeah, Mr. John, I like a lot of lines, man. I like a lot of them, especially when them lines showing good traits and you can make good reproduction. See, I'm all about the reproduction. I'm all about the reproduction, man. I don't, I'm always looking to level up on making if the dog, even if the say for instance, like if you get a dog and they not, why are you playing in that water, babe? Stop playing that water. um um my mindset and my purpose and why I'm into this, I want to make sure they better than their parents. Like say if you got a female or a male, one of them a good producer, but they don't got a high prey drive. As long as they can have some offspring that's better than them, I know I did my just due to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? I know I did my just due to a certain level. And I'm trying to calculate which move I'm gonna make as far as their offspring, what I need to keep it intensified, to keep it elevated, keep it, to where it can just, keep on increasing and going up with quality. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, yeah, that treadmill, actually, man, we ain't never used no treadmill up this way, man. To be honest, I'm telling you, we always old school walk. Stop there, you swinging water everywhere. Um, we just walked. We walked our dogs, man, like 10 miles, 12, 15 miles, wherever we went. from neighborhood to neighborhood, or from a different, location to a different location. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
We walk.
God, it looks like
So
a
I ain't never got the
skeleton.
treadmill.
Oh, there's too much skeleton. But I gotta be that loud. You need to stay doing
But like I said, man, the best is yet to come, man. The best is yet to come. And I'm using so many combinations. Like I said, I'm not just focusing on one method like a lot of breeders do. And not against the breeders that did focus on one method, but I want to see all three of them implemented in one, like line breeding. I mean, inbreeding, line breeding, and outcrossing implemented in one.
Okay, we can paint it like that.
Oh yeah, hey, riding that bike with yours, bro. That'll definitely help out too, man. That'll definitely get that heart rate up and give them some cardio and tone the muscles up. But see, one thing I learned about a pit bull, man, you can feed them garbage, and they were designed to be physically fit. Especially when that cross came a long time ago. 1800s, whatever, whenever the actual date was when they started. The original old bulldog, English bulldog, crossed out with the terrier. They
Yeah.
was they was good to do. Yeah, yeah. That's swimming too. Definitely swimming. Definitely swimming. Hmm. Like her right now, man. Like her, she's fast. She got mouth to her, athletic, but she only weigh probably she about to be 7 months, but she ain't gonna get no bigger than probably about 23. I say about 20 something
Look at my
pounds.
beautiful
But she
picture.
fast. But in
No,
my mind right now,
you gotta do
I'm looking to see
my
what I could breed her to, because I don't need to breed her back to her daddy.
picture.
I don't want that.
Oh, you can notice
I
they put
might
this
mess around
color.
and breed her to one of these siblings to come out of this, or breed her back to an inbred dog that I
I'm
don't
gonna get
bred,
that. I'm gonna get that.
and
Yes,
uh, and do it like that. But yeah, man. Oh, you in Cincinnati area? Okay, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, we all way in North Carolina, man. North Cackalack, man. North Cackalack. Like I said, I would have had a cigar, but I said, man, I didn't get to go by the cigar place. Cigar will be way bigger, so I said I'll just get this, man, and kind of relax and get my mind mellow and do a live, man. And I appreciate y'all tapping in and joining in, but we can talk, man. But I appreciate you, Mr. John. Yeah, you supposed to call me, man. You still ain't called me, man. I'm ready to have that conversation, man. I could talk about these dogs all day. I love it because I'm willing to learn, man. I'm willing to learn because I don't know it all. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't know it all. Oh, what's up with you, man? What's up, KG? What's up with you, man? Yeah, you right close to me. You probably like an hour, depending on what area you in. I'm right in little old Statesville, man. I-77, man. I'm right here, man. That's good to have local people to come in and tap in with you. And but I'm gonna speak on that a little bit. It's kind of crazy, man. Like a lot of my dogs, they've been going out the outskirts, way in the outskirts of different locations, but a lot of people that's been buying them, they've been doing good, like really good. So I basically base all my breedings off of the customers, what they tell me what's going on the dog. So like if you buy a dog from me, I'm gonna be doing a summary on the dog, checking up on the dog, how the dog acting, and what I was always taught is to kind of write down things, do a description of what your dog doing so you can pay attention to. Yeah, you about 4 hours. Okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah, give me a ring, man. Give me a ring. I'll be excited to talk to you, man. But like I said, what I was taught to, like my homeboy, and I still ain't implemented yet. But he was always telling me, write down the dogs come in heat, your dates and everything. But usually I try to remember my mind. But he taught me well. But I gotta give a big shout out to my homeboys, man. All of them, rest in peace to all of them. The first guy that really, he helped me get papers on my dog Goya Bean because he was the breeder of that. His name Doug Williams, man. Rest in peace to him. And then a homeboy that I got bought into these dogs around 2016. His name Rich Sinclair Jr. Rest in peace to him. And the other guy that had the Slim Jim line. His name, he was like right over a little bit over the outskirts of Greensboro. His name Slim Jim, but I gotta mention them because them guys paid the way to had this line and kept the line very lively, kept the line active, kept the line competitive, You know, even though the Slim Jim was heavy inbred, but that inbred stuff was working with a lot of good stuff. No, girls, look, oh, man, boy, these dogs, boy. Yeah, man, they like your kids. But Mr. KJ, talk to me about something. What you like to talk about, man? While we on here, like I say, my phone on. What's my phone on? I'm trying to see my phone on real quick. Uh, it's on 11%, so I still got a little bit of time to talk. Talk to me about something so we can talk about a topic, man. Oh yeah, appreciate you, bro, Mr. Randall. Appreciate you tapping in with me, man, and it means an honor, man. An honor. I'm telling you, it means an honor, bro. Like I said, you know, I'm a small YouTuber right now. Everything gonna jump off when it's time to jump off. Yes, but see how spoiled she is. She don't got jealous 'cause my daughter done brought the other dog up here. She's jealous. Yeah, man. She ain't. I ain't put on a leash yet. But see, that's how I typically do all my dogs, man. I usually wait till they get a certain age before I start putting them on a leash and all that stuff. And it's good to train them when they, young, and because but I like to do them like this. Let them continue to be a puppy before I even do anything. Yep. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Definitely, for real. Yeah, man, hit me up, man. My number 980-365-0193. We could talk about what you want to talk about, or if you got some dogs, what you looking at, or whatever, And 'cause a lot of people, man, get down, get down, get down. A lot of people now these days they don't have get down, sweet tea, get down, get down. I deal with you in a little bit when I get done with these folks. But a lot of people they don't have the time, man, no more to try to teach one to each one. They just want your time and your money or your if you ain't talking about that, then they don't really want to deal with you. But I deal with a lot of people that call me out the blue, man. Sometimes they'll find my number and they ask questions. I don't mind talking about that because if you number one, if you got a business and you take everything to the heart, take everything to the spirit, man, and you know that's what you're gonna do. And a lot of times, even if they don't shop with you, I still don't get mad. What other lines are you interested in it too? And are you focused on your stuff? Oh man, I'm interested into a lot of stuff. Like, to be honest, that's a great question, man. I'm interested in some meme stuff, and the reason why I'm interested in the meme stuff is because it'll connect back with some of that Carolina flow. Will connect back because it go back to the Usulington, and I got some of that stuff that stuff created Jimmy Boots too off the Waltons Jimmy Boots, but it goes back to that Usulan stuff and like that King Solomon and all that stuff, man. That stuff goes back to that. So, I got that down in my dogs off the Greenwood side. It's down up in there. And man, it's a lot of good lines that I'm real interested in, but I'm always looking not to just just to add something in just because a dog is acting real hyper. No, you always look at the documentation of that paperwork first, and if it got if the traits match up with yours, that's a good thing too. But I still like to see, do we got some family of dogs connected maybe back there so I can bring some of them dogs back up for. But yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, man. I would love to add some of that in there. And it can have a red boy in there. But that Mims stuff, definitely some good stuff. The Mims case. Mims made out some great dogs, man, right in North Carolina, man. So that's right. The pressure, yeah. Yes, I keep letting my cigar go out, man. I ain't even got much to smoke, but yeah, Darian, man, that's what I would like to do. Add some of that Mims, but actually, my homeboy, salute to him, the guy that I just met. He got some of that stuff down up in there with that. He got that STP buck, the Red Boy Jocko, the Touch of Termite, and the little bit of the snooty stuff with the Lonzo stuff. And he got a little bit of Mims stuff. I got to look at it again because, like I say, I study so many pedigrees. Sometimes I forget stuff, but I had to go back and refresh myself on that. Okay, okay. Yeah, that Mim stuff you can't go wrong. But I like that Usulin, that Carolina Flow stuff, man. Um, I like that because man, when you start matching up pedigrees, man, you'll find some good stuff that'll come back up, even if it's been gone 30, 40 years. I think you can bring it back up to the forefront. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. It definitely is. Yes, sir. Definitely is, man. But man, we superseding a lot of good things, man. And how I really basically do it, I manifest a lot of my breedings too, man. I manifest them and then I write them down. You know, like I say, I write them down, I study them. I might do an online ped, look at it, the ped stat on that bub, just study it. And I'm looking at the dogs. I'm looking at the dogs too. And I'm doing a lot of that, looking at the dogs, seeing how the dogs is maturing. And just cause the dog not acting, you know, acting like he got a high prey drive, that don't mean that other dog can be better than him. You know, I don't see that a lot of times too. Okay, my stuff was from the Mason Champion Hog. Yeah, see that Mason stuff, man. A lot of people don't understand. Stop, man. That Mason stuff goes back to like when you go back past the fifth, sixth, seventh generation. Some of that Mason stuff go back to that Kobe stuff, that Kobe Lightning stuff, but like way back up in there. Like, so I know you had some good stuff, man, and ain't a lot of them dogs around no more. But see, me, man, I'm trying to generate that old look. And one thing I like about this bloodline that I got, stop. I can't talk, but one thing I like about this bloodline, the Slim Jim, what the line gives me is that tough hide, man. That tough hide. Them dogs don't get bruised and battered up easy. That's one thing I like about that. So, but yeah, you're right, man. Definitely right. That Mason stuff was definitely. What? No, stop. Put the puppy back up in the house. Put the puppy back, cause I asked you to. Put her back up in the house, cause I don't want to hear all that. But yeah, man.
Look, Sweetie Falls.
Yeah, go in there, get in there. Let them stay in. No, just take Sweet Tea back out, cause I don't want to be trying to bite her and all that stuff. But but yeah, man. Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all tuning in with me, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in for me. Shut the door.
Come on, girl.
Yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in. Sorry, it's trying to get a little loud. With my daughter, sometimes these kids, boy, they don't hear you sometimes. I mean, they hear you, but they move on their own pace. You know, back when we were growing up, boy, hey, we got told one time we got hit with something. You find something, get hit in the head, and you be like, oh, what an object coming. But it's a new day and time and era now. You can't do that now. Or you get locked up. Try to do that.
This ball.
Hey, Mountain Man has some fire too. Oh yeah, I got Mountain Man. I got Mountain Man in my stuff. My stuff comes from the what does that come? The Presnell stuff. The Presnell, Cornhill, Katie that got the Mountain Man stuff. And you know that Mountain Man ain't nothing but that, that old Kobe Eli. And I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with that old Kobe Eli. I don't care what nobody say. The old Kobe Eli. I read an article on Mr. Gary Hammonds. He said, man, one of the roughest dogs probably was that old Eli Kobe or that Kobe Eli, and that Hammond stuff. Man, he said that's one of the roughest, toughest stuff that almost unstoppable, unbeatable. And so I like that, man. But yeah, that Mountain Man definitely has some stuff, man. Yes, sir. But I appreciate y'all, man, tapping in with me, man. It's a pleasure. We up to about 40 minutes. Yeah, well, my stuff is Battlecross. Alonzo Green with Eli Bolio is definitely Battlecross. Dang, I'm gonna have to put the plug on it, man. Um, it's definitely Battlecross because I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Slim Jim and the Sinclair blood, they are almost the same. because they both come back. They both come off of the Damian Blake stuff. But the only thing with the Slim Jim stuff is the Slim Jim stuff is, excuse me, that it has the Jeep and Rascal off the Little Bear stuff, and the Sinclair stuff is basically the Greenwood Lonzo Klaus, and then they got Budweiser. They threw Budweiser Crusher with some Fat Bill stuff up in there. So when they connected together, it made them battle cross. Even though they was coming together off that one dog, that Blake Damien dog, which man, you go online and look him up, man. They bred him with some wild side stuff, that Mountain Man band and that wild side stuff and that Nicorino stuff, that Eli Jr. They bred some good dogs, man. They really did. So hold up, man. Hold up for a second. I'll be right back. Let me get this charge. I gotta find a charger for this phone because I feel like we get ready to get deep.
Don't step in the line. I'm about to hip stop that. Hip stop. Okay, now we gotta let go of the thing. Hip stop.
Shut the door. Shut the door. Yeah, I had to go get the extension cord, man, because some reason this daggone thing right here, because as soon as it get on like 5%, this thing will go dead, man. And I'm trying not to let it go dead, so I'm trying to get it plugged up so it won't go dead. Move, 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 move. So I'm trying to get this thing, see if I can get it plugged up. There we go. Should have been got this thing. But yeah, man, I don't really want to keep y'all up because I know some of y'all had to go to work, man, on this day, and so I don't get my time. I'm off for 2 days, but I want to get in here and talk a little bit. There we go. There we go. Quick, girl. But yeah, man, quit, move, sweet tea, move, quit. 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 I gotta do that there. Stop.
This is the cartwheel spot. Cartwheels is whatever
This junk does. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro. As soon as that thing get down to about 5%, and usually like some of the older phones that I don't have, it'll stay on like 1%. That might get down to about 5. It's going dead immediately, like for real. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. To talk dog talk, man. Get on here and talk some real good dog talk.
I'm not doing nothing. Just stay out here.
Yes, daughter, she a little, she learning a lot, man. She love these dogs, man, and that's a good thing when they that young and love him. They love them. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, bro. You already know, man. Anytime you want to talk, Mr. Dern, Dorian, I'm sorry to mispronounce your name, but Dorian. Anytime, bro, I'm here. Like I say, man, you really helping me to expand my knowledge in it too. Like I say, if I don't know an answer, definitely we can go get it, because I hit my mentor up. He'll definitely know some things because he's been in the game longer than I have. And he don't seen a lot of stuff.
That was.
Yeah. So, I'll give me something else, man, so we can talk a little bit. It's around, what time is it now? It's almost 11. Almost 11. Have you ever heard of the champion Nut? Yeah, I ain't never heard of him, man. I gotta look him up. Matter of fact, I'm glad you gave me that because I'll look him up. Now I ain't never heard of him, but it's a lot of unknown champions like that was really good dogs, but and a lot of times I use this analogy too, man.
Correct.
You can always create a good bloodline.
X.
Um,
Correct.
you can always create a good bloodline, but can you sustain it? Because as me
X.
growing up as a kid, seven, well, I'm gonna say from
Correct.
5, 6, 7, 8, and then skip, fast forward to my teenage years. I seen a lot of good bloods left to other people, and they let them get watered down and let them die off. So you could create a good bloodline overnight off one little breed, and everything fire. But can you sustain it? Do you know what breeding programs or selective breeding do you want to go to sustain this bloodline in future, so forth and so forth. Yeah, I like the Bolio. The Bolio definitely, man, it brings a lot of smart tactics. I like the Bolio. A very good dog that could get out of trouble or stay out of trouble. That's why a lot of people use Bolio in their program. Definitely like the Bolio. It comes from the Budweiser, and it comes from down from the daggone what's that dog name? The Crumbs Cremator, and it comes from the Bolio from the Lonzo stuff. The Lonzo Green with Eli Bolio comes from the Jim's Red Candy. That a lot of Bolio Tombstone stuff, man. Yep.
Do it. You can win.
And I got a question too for y'all. What if Mr. Patrick's would have what if he would have bred Tombstone more than Bolio? Because Bolio, he had, I read in the article, Mr. Patrick had Bolio at 7/8. So that's almost like 88. Well, that is 88%. And man, what I do, that's really what keeps me, in a flow to these dogs. I understand that pay stat, and all you doing is basically just adding, subtracting what you want in there. That's all you is. And like I said, I didn't want to just use one particular dog to be a headstone in my bloodline. I want to use a great variations of dogs from down from. I don't care if it's a son. I don't care if it's a great grandson. If it's working, it's working. I want to use a lot of variations of dogs. So definitely to accumulate to something. See like her right now. She's, man, like I say, that dog right there, man. She's very fast. She got good them glitch muscles, but she don't got no prey drive. I took her down there with the other dogs about a couple months ago, and she was kind of a little nervous because that's all she know is me. Her mom's abandoned her, and me and my wife, we had the bottle feeder. I didn't think she was gonna survive, so she comes off my dog Ben 10 and Terra. So I did that cross before and it came out good, but we don't know. Like I say, right now she don't got a high prey drive. She's still a puppy. And I don't seen dogs. They don't get aggressive until they have puppies. It just seemed like man, it's a lot of wonders in this dog game, man. Like I said, and your best teacher is the inexperience. Stop being loud. Um, yeah, Bolio will line up. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, you can't go wrong if you put that Bolio, especially if it's coming from a good line and stuff. If it's coming from, what's some good line that Victo stuff. I heard that's really good. Sin City, and man, we can keep naming names. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, she definitely look good. She's super smart. Tried to have her as a house dog, but I keep her out in my shed because she'll know if she poop and pee in the house. She'll come be outside playing with me, but then come right in the house and poop, and then she'll just bend down. You smart enough to know, but every dog ain't meant to be a house dog. So yeah, heck yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, bro. When you look at that pay stat, man, cause that's all you doing is adding and subtracting, man. That's all it is. When you start learning how to break them numbers down in there, like I said, when I started learning that, man, and seeing that, and sometimes all you got to do is, man, keep a dog in there like a 1/16. 1/16 is 2.25. 1/8 is 12.5. 25%, 1/4. 50% is one half, and once you start understanding that terminology of breaking them numbers down, man, you'll really, you'll have some fantastic stuff, and you can keep it all 50-50, and Yeah. That Sin City stuff definitely good. And like with these puppies that I got right now, they're they break them down. They break Obsidian, my dog Sky 50%, and then their father, and they half brother and sister. He's 50%, Alex the Great, and then it goes down to Gizmo 3.25, and then so forth, so forth, so forth. So, but yeah, man, you gotta learn that, man. You gotta study them, because sometimes a lot of the old timers, they did a lot of, just looking at the dog, how the dog acting on the yard. But sometimes you have to go in that pedigree, man. I'm telling you, that's why Tom's so smart. He looks at that pedigree, man. He studied that pedigree. I'm telling you, he studied that pedigree, and that's a must, man. To have good dogs, to have competitive dogs, you gotta study that pedigree. You just can't just always put something together just because it's acting height. You gotta look and see what they came back, 2 or 3 generations, and see why the breeder bred the way they bred. If they bred for just for mouth, or they bred for stamina, they bred for, win, or they bred for endurance, all that stuff. Or they bred for just a finisher. So, and my homeboy, he told me, he said, why he bred the brother and sister, the way he bred it over and over again, he said he wanted a finisher. And that's why he did it the way he did it. So you gotta have, a purpose behind, and you gotta have, that purpose behind what you want to do in your program. So, so how, so with you, how far do you go back into the past, man? I go back, man. I go back 8th, 10th. I go back. I really go back, like, cause like I told you earlier when we were talking, that's how you read pairs. You go back to forward. You don't go forward to back, cause you ain't gonna know nothing. You don't know them names, and some of them names can be the same names that's that you don't know. You're like, I don't know this name. You would think it's scatterbred, but it's not. If you don't go back to forward, so you always have to go back to forward, because that'll let you know what the breeder, what their purpose was of breeding. Oh yeah, you talking about I've been doing it for a long time? Yeah, well I have, man, but I don't know, man. Like I said, when this stuff really dropped on me when I was really studying his line, my homeboy's line. And he would tell me like 20 times, but it felt like 100 times he told me. But I had to get in there and study. I studied this line for about like 2 years straight. Like, I mean, it was off and on, but when I studied, it was like 2 hours. Stop, get up, no. I studied it. And then when I finally figured out, when I kept doing, I'm breaking down every dog from the dam to the sire, to the dam to the sire, top and bottom, man. You know, yeah. So that's when it started clicking on me, and I was like, man, this stuff just don't click on me. It just seemed like it just dropped on me like a daggone blueprint. Yeah, man, for real. Yeah, man, you gotta know it, man. I'm telling you, bro. And I love to, me personally, I love to study other people's programs and other people that they don't build dogs, they got dogs from different, because it just to see how they done it, just to see what they done, what dogs they took, how many times they use a dog. And a lot of times when they use a dog multiple times over and over, this dog have to be one of their favorite dogs, or what they have to offer a lot of ability for them to be able to do it over and over and over again. That's right, John. For real, bro. You got to, man. And like I say, man, we only gonna get better. Like I say, my line ain't nothing but like 6 years old. I got my line right around. I started my line in 2019, so it's going on 6 years old, man. I don't see some amazing, but I'm trying to see some phenomenal stuff, phenomenon stuff to come out. And I got a bunch of just stuff racing through my head every day of how can I breed. But like I said, I don't want to just focus on the inbreed aspect. I want to focus on all three of them and implement all three of them: inbreeding, line bred, and out crossing. Yeah. So, yep. All right, that one done with. It's like I'm hitting like a junk. I got another one. I'm gonna light up. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. It means a lot to me. Come up with something else we can talk about, because that ain't just it.
Yeah. You stepped on my phone.
I heard them drink that other beer before it get too hot. What did I do with my gotta find it. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mr. Thornton. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man, for tuning in with me, man. Means a lot now, I'm telling you. But y'all talk about something else, man. We can keep going. I'm about almost an hour. I ain't talked for an hour yet, man. I usually talk about 30 minutes because sometimes I can get real lengthy. I definitely can get lengthy. Yes, definitely can get lengthy. All right, there we go. Yeah, man, talk about something to me. Man, I'm telling you, bro, I definitely wouldn't want nothing else. I definitely wouldn't want nothing else. Now, the next thing I probably would have, me personally, if I wasn't in these so heavy and I wasn't raised off of these dogs, like I seen my uncles had these dogs, man, and seen the relentless, seen the unbearable, unbelievable stuff that these dogs could do, especially the Maitland dogs back when they first came out. These dogs, man, they were so high sprung, man. These dogs they'll hit your dog in the mouth, they'll hit your dog midsection. I mean, these dogs are rough as they came back then, the Maitland Outlaw stuff. But yeah, I would have probably a Labrador Retriever because the Labrador Retrievers are game too, and they very smart. They can climb trees and all that. But I wouldn't definitely. That's probably about the next, unless I got a Cane Corso. But Cane Corsos really they too big, man. They definitely too big, man. I wouldn't really want to have that, you know. Love these dogs, man. And really, what made me have a full interest or intrigued me the most when I was growing up, seeing how people was got a bloodline that was given to them, and they just let the stuff get watered down, man. I'm normally on dog TV shows, but I wanted to come and show some love. Hey, I appreciate you coming to show some love, bro. We definitely appreciate that, man. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time out to listen, man, and tap in with me, and because like I say, the topic was basically about inbreeding, line breeding, and outcrossing, what they present to your program, and I was just talking about the puppies that I have right here, and then talk about some future referencing breeding and going into my program, and so, man, yeah. I'm from little old North Carolina, man. Little old North Carolina. Dude had a dog here doing Floyd Mayweather shoulders roll and couldn't get a good bite on him. Oh wow, really? Man, I wonder how that turned out though. They couldn't really get no good bite. That's wild there, man. That's definitely wild. But I ain't, like I said, I ain't trying to keep y'all up because I know some of y'all got to go to work, and some of y'all, and I know me, sometimes I stay up late and I don't get to, this all depends on how tired I worked, or how tired I am, or what I did the day before that I, just go into bed and knock out. So, cause sometimes my mind be racing about these dogs, man. Real. But I appreciate y'all tapping in. It means a lot to us, man. And when I say us, I'm talking about the dogs too, cause y'all, you can learn. But yes, sir.
Dad, think I can throw the stick on
my job is, man, to compete with, I want to really have world-class dogs, man. That's my job, but I don't want to be so heavy on the inbreeding to do it. I want to be very selective, but also I want to use multiple dogs that's in my program that came off of good dogs to go back into good dogs. Like when I say going down a generation. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you for real. I definitely appreciate you.
No, we can't throw that. We have to throw that. What did we go?
And then, like I say, she love the dogs too. This dog man, she's really unbelievable, man. Out of one, she came out of a litter of 8, and like I say, the mother had abandoned the dogs, and I'm glad I was able to get some, cause that way I get to see. Be careful, don't fall off that edge, girl. Okay, don't fall off the edge. But she's unbelievable. Vea, stop trying to jump down there for you spring something, girl. She's definitely unbelievable, man. Very smart, got brain. She kind of the size of her grandmother, Ben 10 mother. My dog Cece, she was about that size, so she'll probably be around about 23 pounds, man, soaking wet. But she's fast, man. When I say fast and quick, man, got the glitch muscles, got mouth. She snapped them. Her daddy got some mouth too. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Any more questions, man? Any more questions? We can talk about any more topics. Probably go ahead and get out of here whenever I drink this last one. That'll give me a little buzz with this last one. I'll get on this old shower. I'll be put to sleep. That pregnant female you showed me, what's that off of? That's off Obsidian. And my dog WIL KENNELS JoJo, but that actually ain't my dog, but I bred a dog. That's off my uncle's dog. I sold him. I swapped him out for the dog for some mattress. He working at a mattress spot. So her brother was named Ace. Really good dog, another good dog. But only 2 siblings living out of that now is her brother, another brother that's up in that's not too far away from me. But it's another half brother, half sister on the bottom, and then the out is my Lackey's Brit dog. So man, when they came out, brother, I'm telling you, man, when I did that breeding, Lackey's Brit and Goya Bean, man, them dogs were turning on at 4 months. I had a dog which is her name was Chanel, man. She was 4 months old, facing up with big dogs, like got her tail up and everything, just chest out and everything. She like, look, ready to go. And I'm like, it wasn't scared. It was not scared. So I already know that cross right there together is proven, because I did Obsidian with Brittany, which is JoJo's little mate sister. All them dogs out of 8, 5 boys, 3 girls, all of them came out exceptional. And man, I couldn't be more happier how all of them came out. So that really should be some more good stuff, man. Some more rough dogs, some more, like I said, rough, could wrestle, got some good mouth. They gonna be gamey. Yeah, man. I was trying to breed her with her son, the one out, his name Oz, but he was acting too, man. You get anything close to him, bro, he ain't even trying to look at your dog. And the dog ain't even his son, Obsidian son, out of Sky. He ain't had no physical contact, but he wanna hit everything. I mean, it seemed like his eyes get bloodshot black, like he just go into but hopefully, man, I'm gonna get this breeding stand, and when them females come in heat, I can try to get a couple puppies off them. Like I said, I want to go down a generation, then come back up a generation. So I got a lot of stuff, man, that I want to implement, that I've been wanting to really do. So hopefully, if I can get some offsprings out of them, man, and go forward to that. After this year, I ain't gonna breed for a while, and I've been saying that for the last couple of years, but I'm serious this time. I ain't gonna breed for a while, because I got some more stuff that's supposed to come back to me. And so I'm gonna just take a chill and watch what come back to me, and then man, we're gonna go back to the drawing board. And I can't let my thing go out. But like I said, man, I'm gonna Drink this last beer. Hey, look, I'm feeling all right because I ain't no drinker anyway, you know. But I just wanted to get a little buzz, man, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in here and sleep good tonight. Heck yeah, I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep wonderful. Take this hot shower, man. I'm gonna sleep good, but I want to get on here and talk about some dogs, man. Yes, sir. Do anybody got anything else, man, to talk about? You know, or what's going on? And for my breeders, man, that they got puppies and older dogs, man, that earth, that dye tenacious earth, man, that's a good natural dewormer. I've been using that for a little while, and man, them dogs they come out healthy. It stimulates a lot of good things in there. I try to go natural with my dogs, but that stuff been really helping my dogs out, really, man. The fur, keeping their weight up, and only thing I got my dogs on right now is that value pack. Get down. Um, I got them on the 2112. Get down, girl. I don't feel like playing with you right now. Get down. Sweet tea, get down. What'd he say? What? I said I've been seeing Pro come next and mention you and oh yeah, Pro a good dude, man. I wish I could have got him up, man. That's a very acknowledgeable guy. I like listening to him, bro. I don't care what nobody say. You can hate it. They can hate on him, but he know what he talking about. And me and him, our mental cycle, as far as thinking, is almost alike, and I mean it's similar. Man, he got a lot of he got a lot of good knowledge for these dogs. He's spoiled, boy. But yeah, man, good dog, man, really good dog. Yep. And she get them ears from her mama, man. But like I say, she give me some good brains, some intelligent, some some glitch muscles, some mouth. So I'm already putting in what I want to breed her back to right now. So, but she ain't gonna get bred to probably about 4. I'm gonna stretch her out, man, and we're gonna breed her to something that's really good. That's gonna be really solid, solid, solid. Yeah, but I like the old terminology that Kobe did. Kobe didn't, Kobe dominated when Kobe was 75 years. That's a long time, bro. He didn't really outcross a lot, but they did breed a lot of the stuff like the old gas house stuff with the Kobe stuff and the old family red nose like the Lightner stuff, the Harvey Red Devil stuff that went good with the Kobe stuff. So I'm always looking at that. I'm always going back to them old pedigrees, man, so I can see stuff. Yeah, but yeah, man. But Pro definitely, man. I miss watching him. I used to watch him while I was at work, bro. I just had that earbud in, even if whatever I was doing, I'd be listening, boy, and I'd be tapping in. And me and him don't text a couple times, but I ain't heard nothing from the last couple years. I don't know, some personal things may have went on with him, and you know how that be when So yeah, but yeah, we got some amazing things to be gonna coming for the near future, though. I'm telling you, man, some amazing things that's gonna come in the near future. Watch my word. hmm Y'all got anything else to talk about? Do y'all got anything else to talk about? Like I said, I'm gonna probably jump off of here probably when I drink this beer. So I'm gonna just try to take my time with it. If y'all got something, cause it's getting real interesting. I'm about to let this beer get hot a little bit. Yes, sir. But what I gotta say too, man, a lot of people ain't running this Lonzo Green or Eli Bolio around here. It's going good with a lot of different things, man. It's going good with my stuff, just as well. My stuff has Lonzo stuff coming from the Marks Hammer, so that's very compatible with the stuff. It's a different strain of Lonzo, but it's still compatible, even though you tap in. Because a lot of people, they'll breed different strands of red boys. Like I see a lot of stuff coming from like Burns, the Cruz, the what else, the Hollands. They'll put all that stuff in one, them different strands of red boy. But what the fact of the matter is, you're gonna get a lot of similar traits coming out of them dogs. That's why they do it. And you got to understand that, man. When you get a lot of similar traits, you gonna get good things, man. You gonna get good things, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, I know, man. You good, man. I mean, we can still talk. I mean, cause I'm gonna, like I say, after this beer, I'm gonna get out of here anyway. But yeah, man, I'm just glad you're able to come on here and give me some questionnaire. I'm always a earful or a mind full of that I can answer some questions. Like I said, I don't know everything, but man, I study though too. That's one of the biggest things, the pet peeves is to study the bloods, not only just yours, but study other people's bloodlines, because you'll learn a lot. You'll be surprised. You know, you'll definitely be surprised. That's why I say I got to give, Mr. Tom. I don't know him personally, but that's why he able to, the longevity that he has in the American Pit Bull community, terrier community, because he studies that pedigree, and he know what he's doing. When you know what you're doing, man, it's gonna work. Like I said, it's gonna work. But you can put a lot of stuff on paper, but until you allow that stuff to just come out, and you gotta put them puppies on the ground, you'll never know. So all you're gonna do is speculate. But you gotta have them litters, and gotta definitely have them litters. Which one of the best dogs you ever seen, if you don't mind? I'm gonna tell you this. One of the best dogs I ever seen is from my hometown. This dog named Roscoe. My uncle had. We don't know what he was, but my uncle said he had like 16 generations, but somehow he got the dog. Well, I can't tell you the story how he got the dog. Anyway, he got the dog, but what happened was they got him, and the dog was acting temperament. He didn't want to do nothing. So they had two dogs. I don't forgot what the bloodline what these two dogs, but this when I was young. I was probably like in a seven going to the eighth grade. They had my uncle had two dogs, or he had some. They was in the family, but they were real game. They were twin dogs. They one on one name Murder and Bitch, and they let Murder and Bitch jump on him. Man, they jumped on him, bro. They busted him up. He had to take him to the vet. He had magnets all in his neck and all that stuff. So my uncle got him healed up. But after he got healed up, that motherfucker was a monster. Like he was a big black dog, and he probably was the best of the best. And I'm gonna say when this dog was best, like I said, I don't condone in no type of illegal action with these dogs. I raised them to make these dogs be a great image of America, be a great badge of America again. Like at one point in time, these dog was the face of America. We all know that, especially if you know the history. But man, this dog was so bad, no dogs could only but hit his face. Nothing else. That's how he owned your dog. He owned your dog. He in there. You know what I'm saying? But his face would be all swelled up after the incidents of the little, when they was doing whatever they was doing with the dogs. I don't want to get in detail. You already know. But everything this dog bred to, I promise you, I seen some puppies. They was probably like 4 weeks old, fight for 2 hours. I mean, just rumble for 2 hours. You literally had to break them dogs up. This was probably one of the baddest dogs I ever seen in my eyes. And by the time, I grew up and seen him, I'm getting up to about eighth grade, ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, man. That's when the puppies had, man, they fight for 2 hours straight, wouldn't stop. You had to literally break these dogs up. That's probably about the one of the baddest dog. But he had the pedigree on him, but he didn't take time to, figure out but the dog was so game, man. That mother was game. And he ain't like police either. That's so that's probably like the one of the gamest dog I ever seen. And like I said, probably that old Melton's Outlaw stuff my other uncle used to have. They used to have some of that stuff. And I seen my uncle had this big German Shepherd. This German Shepherd had to be no more than about probably about 125, 130, but this dog was game. And what they would do is they would take that German Shepherd and we would go in the woods. And that's when I was young, like I was probably like 6, 7. They'll take one of them Maitland dogs, jump on that German Shepherd, man. And if your dog wasn't game, that German Shepherd would kill that dog, straight up. Like he would kill it. And they used to take 2 dogs to jump on him, but and he would pay the guy, pay the guy to let him do it. And they wasn't trying to bust him up. They were just trying to test him, test the dog out. Test that dog out, and man, he was gonna turn them dogs on quick, and he was gonna bust your dog up and go at him. And the owners just feed that dog raw meat. But yeah, that's probably about the best dogs I don't seen, hands down, like in my eyes. And I had a female back then when I was like around. I got out of high school. I probably about like I might have been like 20. I bought a female for like about 150, and man, she was straight game. Some of that red boy, that Zebo stuff mixed together. That's what he said. But this female, she had super mouth, rough, man. Jump on a male or female. He said the German Shepherd. Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. That German Shepherd, man, was about like 130. And the Maitland dog back then, they wasn't big. They probably about, I say, probably about 35, maybe to 40 pounds. And this German Shepherd weighing 130, maybe probably weighed 150, but he was a big dog. I'm talking about the old school stuff, not this stuff now. And he was super game, man. That boy was rough. Rough, rough, rough. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. It means a lot, man. Hope we get we ain't number got about 8 likes, but hopefully the views run up, man. And like I say, man, tell your people to subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. We out here to breed good, world class dogs. That's what I want to do. That's my main purpose, and to breed, to get the dog to be the, configurated to be the face of America again. It don't matter if it's my line or whoever line, cause nowadays, man, when you them dogs got a high prey drive, they automatically think you fight them because they've got a prey drive, but that ain't true. That's why I like kind of my dogs to be balanced. That light switch off, and I talk about that all the time. And these puppies, they should be balanced, but it seems like these puppies gonna turn on early, man. I'm telling you, these mugs, they biting hard too, man. Some of them, couple of the girls, couple of the males, they biting hard, man, early as a puppy. So, yeah. Yeah, I got me a nice little buzz going on, but that was my intention anyway, to get the buzz going on, and then like I said, when I take this hot shower, man, we gonna be out of here. I'm gonna be crashed. Yeah, so, but we were asked a lot of, will you ever thought about jumping on one of those channels? Yeah, man. If they have me on, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, but it's a lot of arrogance out there too. That's why I don't really get into that internet beef, because a lot of people, they ain't gonna tell you the straight up truth. Like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people ain't gonna tell you a cold dog. They bred to a cold dog to make these dogs. They'll say another dog came off of that. And you got some cold dogs that throw better dogs than hot dogs. So I don't seen it, but like I heard Schoolboy, he's another one, very knowledgeable guy. He said now he might have a brother that's hot but don't throw out nothing. You got this other brother that ain't hot but throw out stuff. He said eventually that trait will eventually come out, but why would you keep going back to this dog that doesn't throw hot dogs out? You might say, all right, I'm gonna mix the combination up, because sometimes you mix the combination up, the recipe up, you can get better things. You take that one male or that's throwing out the hot stuff. Okay, I'm gonna breed it to another female and see what he throws out. And then you say, okay, I'm gonna add these puppies together, and then I'm gonna go back to his littermate brother that's hot and throw back a uncle to niece breeding. Man, you'll get a bunch of things, man. I'm telling you, with this dog game, man, you'll be surprised the little stuff that you do that will work that somebody might tell you that won't work. So you gotta go with your own instincts. I wonder why you can't subscribe. I wonder why you can't. I don't know. Just hit me up later. Whenever I get this live off, you definitely KG definitely. Yeah, I heard that too, and I see that's another topic though. That I just said about Tombstone. So what if Tombstone would just bred much as because that Tomb stuff off of that old Maloney stuff go back to that Tudor's Jeff and that Tudor's what's the other dog? I can't remember the other dog name, but what if he was bred? But they say Charlie definitely was a monster. They say he was bred, but he wasn't bred much as Jeep because like I said, and that's what kind of makes me want to breed kind of use multiple dogs in my pedigree instead of just focusing on one dog. Like Obsidian on my yard, he's my main dog. He's throwing out a lot of hot dogs, but I don't need to just use him for everything to be the savior. I want to be able to use something else and then go back to him. You know what I'm saying? And just keep that intense going. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, Spike too, man. Another good dog, hard, Brighton dog. Man, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of good dogs out there. It was great, but just did don't get mentioned like a lot. You know what? I heard a guy say, and this came from Big Scratch TV, man. He said, much as Mayday and Frisco been bred, they still don't have a high percentage than Jeep. That's crazy because Mayday were bred like 171 times, but only threw out this many champions. Frisco were bred 156 times and didn't do out no much. I mean, not saying we ain't knocking the dog, but we saying what Jeep were bred like 50 something times and bred off them champions. So that tells you from that old Kobe Eli stuff what it's doing. It's got to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Jeep was had devastating mouth. He was fast. He was real fast, quick. Man, just man, bruh, man. But I like the old school stuff. Like I had a question somebody asked me, so I'm gonna ask y'all guys. No, we only still got three on here, but I'm gonna ask y'all guys. Do y'all think? I heard somebody tell me, and one of my cousins, he told me he a little older than me. I think he probably about like 50 something. I'm 44. He said this new day modern stuff will smash the old stuff. I said, ain't no way. I gotta go with the old school. Stop, stop, stop. I gotta go with the old school stuff. More tougher, more. They had better skin. They was more rougher. They was. Now I can't say these new lines they coming on. They turning on a lot faster than these older dogs. But I'd rather have that old school stuff. Yeah, I mean, you're right. That Red Boy Jeep Rascal man is definitely. I ain't got none of it, but I know a dude that's running it, line bred. His name is Mr. Travis Lynch. He's running it, and he been throwing out some good stuff. But I've been seeing very smart. I don't know how they far the prey drive. He ain't never said anything about the prey drive, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that you can't go wrong with that Rascal either, though, man. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Definitely can't go with that Rascal. Man, I'm telling you now. I am telling you. But ain't nothing like a good old dog talk, man. I love it, man. And like I said, I love it. I love it, especially when we talking about good dog and it's factual. It's not nothing lied or nothing. But like I said, a lot of my dogs have a lot of the Zebo stuff, even my old stuff that comes from I'm right up in Statesville, North Carolina, and I got my dogs from Hickory. No, I mean not Hickory, but Taylorsville in North Carolina. That ain't nothing but like probably 25 minutes away from me, and they bred like the great grandmother of these put well it goes more great than that, but her name is Lackey's Honey, but she was the old Bullet Hills Red Bullet stuff, the Bull Hills Red Bullet stuff with the the Zebo, Eli Jr., and then the Old Man of Steel, and then they went down to the Hammond stuff added to that. So, man, I like that Zebo, and see, and a lot of people, you couldn't double up on Zebo because they said they started getting brittle teeth. I heard that, read in the article, and they started just getting more crazier. So that's why you got to figure out a way. You got to figure out a way. That's why I always tell people, man, you had to go to that drawing board. 'Cause if you don't never go to the drawing board, like I heard a guy, I ain't gonna name his name out, but he on YouTube. I don't really follow him because it ain't like that. I don't I respect everybody, and I always want to try to meet in the middle. But he said he was breeding. He tried every time he double up on some hammer and stuff, they wouldn't produce better. So I was like, well, okay. So if they didn't do that, what else you can breed hammers with? So that's why I like to study other lines because the historical breeding, they're gonna tell you what they bred with other stuff. So I would have just looked and see what Hammond's bred to, what he went good with. I would have added something instead of getting rid of the whole line. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why you gotta go to that drawing board, man. You have to go to that drawing board. But I always tell everybody, I don't care what a dog. Um, how do I put this? What a dog, if they can produce better than they damn and they sire, we did something. And if a dog can give me one trait, I don't give a fuck what it is. Excuse my language, but I don't care what it is. Long if it's wind or if it's explosiveness, if it's athleticism, I can build off that one trait, and then I can work something that breed this dog that something that the other dog that I can bring in to add with this dog that all the other stuff that it don't have. And then now that offspring has that. See, a lot of people, they ain't gonna tell you they bred like that. I'm telling you, they ain't gonna tell you they bred like that, man. I'm telling you. And like I say, a lot of people ain't gonna tell you if they bred to certain dogs. And a lot of time them old timers, I've read in articles where they'll tell you they didn't want to tell you how they bred certain dogs, man. They bred certain dogs because they thought you were gonna come into them. That's why they didn't really tell you. Yep, that's why they didn't really tell you. Some lines that don't cross. Well, I heard from Scratch TV. He said he had some stuff that some Red Boy and some Somali B stuff um, that didn't cross good together. Let's see. I don't really know. That's about the only line I know that was mentioned, but I don't know that didn't really cross real good. I know that's one specific line that didn't cross well. Yeah, you got to pay attention to the dog, bro. That's key. That's a key component right there, paying attention to the dog. Because like I said, once again, you can have a dog that's acting hot, and it could be the sibling. I don't care if it's a sibling before or after, or and they in the same litter. That don't guarantee that dog just because he ain't acting hot that he's better than him overall. He may not. His just not clicked yet, and it might be something so little may trigger that dog off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to them, man. You gotta pay attention to every little thing. Like I had got a dog back, man, from my homeboy, and it's kind of the story crazy. Like I charged him a minimal or nothing. Really, I gave him dog for free. So, but the dog would, them dogs about to be two. Well, they just turned two in June, but I got a couple of them kind of a little spread it out. I think out of that litter, cause all of them they were messing each other up so bad, man. They were. That's how bad they were doing. But I got a female left out of that, and I think that's really it. Everything else, and the other dog that I had that I thought was going, well, he was going to turn on by around about 3. He was already hyped, but I think he was going to hit his peak around 3, where he actually matured enough. But anyway, but the dog that I gave him, but he would come out as soon as I let him out the kennel, or he was hitting everything. So I had to literally take him out. So what I would do is when I see him jumping off something, so he would bow down, he would act submissive. So that's what really a dog's supposed to do whenever, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that saying you trying to whoop him or do anything. They supposed to bow down because you the owner. But homeboy got a dog around about 4 or 5 months. The dog was that, and so I couldn't remember why the dog acted so shy. And I was like, he was acting a little submissive, but it's a difference between submissive and shy. That's a totally different. The dog act like he was standing. His dog act like he was just so scared and skittish. I couldn't understand it, so I got the dog back, but I didn't get to keep him because he got loose and ran in the woods. I didn't get to find him. But yeah, you had some turtle boys. Oh yeah, see that's another dog that's impressive. Yeah. Big shout out to Triple J, man. He got some of the best turtle buster stuff around. That's blended with some stuff. And I got a homeboy up that's up in Wisconsin. Stop there. Shut hush. That he got some turtle buster that he got from Triple J, and it really that dog is phenomenal. That turtle buster, but you can't go heavy with that turtle buster. He said Triple J said it's good to outcross turtle buster. That's where you get your best performance from. So I definitely believe it. Yeah, them turtle buster dogs turn on fast. Definitely turn on fast. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me, bro. It means a lot. Tapping in with me. Tapping in. So hopefully, I might possibly have some of that turtle buster. You know, whenever he do a cross with my homeboy up in Wisconsin, that bought a dog from me named Jason. He came out of this very. Why are you throwing him over there, Vaya? But he bought a dog from me that came off the first litter out of Obsidian and Sky. Get down, get down.
Get down.
So he might cross that with some of that turtle buster. Hopefully I can get something back off of it. If I don't, then that's cool too. But if I do, I'm gonna be very appreciative of it.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Cause that old turtle buster stuff, where you look at the line and come off that kingfish, some of that old Kobe Lightner stuff. You know what I'm saying? So stop. And that Mason bloodline. So yes, man, that turtle buster stuff, some good stuff too.
No, we're gonna see if it's gonna sink or no.
Them dogs turn on real fast. Prey drive, just about like Red Boy too. That Red Boy stuff turn on fast. Yes, I'm about done. I'm probably about almost 3/4 done. Well, about 1/4 done of this beer. So.
We need this for our longer drink.
Yeah, Mr. John, man, call me, man, for real, so we can chop it up. I'm off the bar, man. Yeah, I mean, I gave you my number a while back ago, but I don't think you probably forgot about me. But it's all good. Give me a call, man. We can talk about some good stuff. Like I tell people, man, I ain't trying to have nobody underneath me. I'm trying to raise you up to my level because at the end of the day, when you teaching somebody or giving them, valid information on some things that they did not know, they can pass it on, to another person that's up and coming. That's the main thing. Well, I think you could because Red Boy, it's definitely going to intensify that blood. Whatever blood is going to do, it's going to intensify it. So I mean, me personally, man, I don't really call dog mutts. I just call them pets because at the end of the day, and that's what I tell people. Even if we all gonna throw lemons out, or we all gonna throw pets, or whatever terminology you want to use. Somebody gonna want that dog, and it's gonna be good for that certain dog. Even if it's a family gonna want that dog. Cause everybody don't want a dog that's gonna get out and just be adventurous, be a gladiator. They gonna just want it to do what it do with their family, be a great companion. I'm cool with that, bro. If I make them too, I ain't mad. What, baby?
Tell Sweetie stop eating butterflies.
No, what? That's her instinct, baby. That's her awareness. But yeah, man. And see, I had a homeboy that that we was cool with, and he was like, "Well, you gotta add that Red Boy to these dogs. Bear, be careful, don't fall off of that, cause that's a long little drop. That's about 2.5 feet off the ground. I don't want you to spring nothing, but he was telling me like, you gotta add that Red Boy to really make it, man. I said these Sinclair dogs, they already intensified, man. These dogs work they sell that Sinclair blood. They'll get on that chain, they'll zoom. I got 2 little bitches right now That's all they do is, they move. I gotta feed them extra just, so they can keep their calorie content up. I mean, not content, but calorie base up to be able to, keep that weight on them. Because if I don't, then they'll act like they ain't been fed. So I gotta feed them a little extra. And they only about 25 to 28 pounds. So I gotta feed them more. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I heard a story on Red Boy ain't really bred the way how he's bred. Really, they lied about that. But like I said, we ain't want to jump into that either. So. So have you heard anything about Red Boy John?
I gotta get close to him.
Let's say, will you do when will do you have time to catch? Yeah, man, I had time. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
So what you heard about that Red Boy stuff? I don't hear some stuff that Red Boy, some other stuff. I ain't gonna tell you who told me, but he say an old man told him, "Go ahead, Val. Why you stop? What I told you, stop messing with that water. Stop, please stop. Okay, for me, I know, but don't just throw it. Just take stop, cause you might get sick, and you don't want no summer cold."
Oh my God.
Yeah, they say he was a stray, but I heard he was some Cumming stuff. Some Cunningham stuff. I mean, that's what Red Boy was truly bred. I mean, how he's really bred. And I kind of believe it in a certain way because I read some articles on, what Boudreaux would do. Not taking nothing away from what he don't, establish, but what he would do is instead of you coming to buy some of his stuff, he would buy if another man had a yard of puppies because back then they was in brought up in poverty and stuff, so that's how they kind of made they money off breeding dogs and stuff, some extra money or whatever. So he would buy another litter from another dog that looked like his litter and sell you all the dogs and say they came from this dog. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir, man. What? I see. Stop before you fall. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in and asking questions.
Oh my God, I had to get that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Freaking, oh my freaking God.
Oh man, yeah, for real. They definitely gonna breed them because them dogs, they definitely Red Boy definitely had made up, a really a mark on the ABT, worldwide. Did some phenomenal things for the strands and for the breed and all that stuff by breeding that stuff in there, especially when it comes from the right stuff. Especially like you got a lot of strands like the Miller stuff, Red Boy stuff, the Apache Red Boy stuff. I mean, it's a bunch of good lines of Red Boy. But I never had none of them dogs. Like I say, man, my job is I want to compete against them lines. So, I never had none of them.
Don't bite that. It's another joke.
Yeah, I'm almost done with this. I'm gonna smoke this last one. Now let's go ahead and smoke it. Now let's go ahead and light it and smoke it, and then that bird got me. I gotta go pee. And yeah, but appreciate y'all tapping in with me, man. Tell you something. Man, it's so good to hear these old stories, man. I never get tired of hearing them because it just enlightens me, man. It just intrigues me. It just puts put some life into me when I just look at my dogs where they came from a good history of dogs, whatever strain it come from, because every family has they line of dogs where they came from, great dogs. Um, so hmm yeah, they say that Melton stuff related to say it's the half brother outlaw, and but if the pay is incorrect on there, then they ain't related. But it still go good with that stuff, especially that Carolina Road stuff. I have a lot of that stuff back in my stuff because I got that Williams bloodline of mine on the top is basically it's got they bred the Eli stuff, old Eli stuff that comes off the junior stuff. It's like I say, it's back up in the daggone I think after the fifth generation, the Eli stuff, and I don't know if you ever heard of this line, but it don't pull up nothing because it's unknown. But it's called Seneth. Seneth, I might be pronounced right. Sineath, and so they took the Eli. Then you go back to the Houston's Super Soaker stuff, which has that Stevenson's Big Ben stuff, which is the Kobe Eli, the Eli Kobe. It's a Kobe Eli Jr. cross, and so yeah, man. And Melon Outlaw stuff was some good stuff, man. Like I said, I seen them dogs firsthand. Mm-hmm. Seen them dogs firsthand back in the day, man. I say the dog hit your dog in the mouth, they hit the dog in the midsection. A lot of people didn't like them dogs, them Melon Outlaw, because they hit your dog nuts, all that stuff, man. Yeah. Hold up for a second. Let me go take a leak real quick. I'll be right back. Yes, sir. All right, I'm back now. But yeah, yeah, man. John, have you heard of a dog called Harris Tie? That was a Helmish dog that come off that Rufus Helmish. Go back to that alligator stuff. I got that down in my bloodline, man. They said that dog was a monster. I mean, like I said, I heard this from a guy that's probably about like 45 minutes away from me going north. He told me about he seen that dog. So yeah, man. I don't know if you got a okay. I got you, but that's that Hammond stuff. I like that Hammond stuff. Them dogs were great wrestlers, man. And they say that alligator, you can be on the dog and be on the top. He be busting your dog up while he on the bottom, be eating your dog chest up while he on the bottom. You think your dog losing because he on the bottom. So yeah. But like I say, man, I gotta keep saluting y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me, man. This is the longest I ever done went. I usually get about 30 minutes, but I said I'm almost done with this beer. I would just go ahead and smoke this last little cigar. So yes, I got you, bro, man. Like I say, call me anytime. Call me anytime. Oh, you talking about the Edward stuff? What you talking about, the Molly B or just you know, Bear, stop. Um, which Edward stuff? I mean, I know the Edward stuff. I mean, I don't see some of the Edward stuff bred some of that rascal stuff, right? And that cotton bullet stuff, if that's what you're talking about. That cotton bullet stuff was, that stuff was some good stuff too. That old rascal stuff. Yes, sir. That Trey Hands rascal, not the Crenshaw rascal. Two different dogs. Oh, that Molly B. Yeah, man. Yeah, that Molly B stuff, right? So they say that Molly B and that Red Boy stuff didn't really click that good, but I mean, I read in an article one time they said Molly B, she should have went back to a heavy Eli, but I think, in my opinion, what I think she should have went back to was she should have went back to that Lonzo stuff, or like something off Vindicator or something off Zebo's son, direct son or something. I think but they say she had devastated mouth, was so fast. And they say, when I read the article, you could walk her on the yard and she wouldn't even do nothing to it. It was time to put her in the pit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Salute to them old timers, man. He was right in North Carolina. I forgot what part of North Carolina what Mr. Edwards was in, but some of that Eli Kobe, I told you, man, that some of the Eli stuff, Eli put with that Kobe stuff, some of the best stuff, man. Some of the best stuff, some of the best competitive gladiator, however you want to put it, some of the best stuff. Yes, sir. That's why I like Finley Bow too, man. Finley Bow was a phenomenal producer, but I'm gonna add this question before I get off of here. A lot of people say if a dog quit, so I'm gonna give you an analogy, right? Say that's just like say me and you, John, um, we get into a scuffle. So you beat me up. You might be the better fighter, but that don't mean I'm scared of you. That's like the dogs. If they quit, man, they quit. That's cool. I can make an exception. So let's go back to the drawing board. They always say, "Oh, he occurred because he quit." No. So if a guy, you and a guy fighting, and then you quit, and then and the guy still jumping on it, and then you go and get your gun and shoot him. So and then everybody said, "Oh, you a punk because you." But I told him, man, look, you got me. I'm good. I don't want to fight no more. That's like them dogs. Same thing with them dogs. But yeah, Edwards, like you said, James Edwards, he's right in North Carolina. I forgot. I got to pull him up. He was right in North Carolina. Probably wasn't no farther than I was. A couple hours away from me. But a good dog breeder, man. I heard. Good dog breeder. But everybody think because your dog quit, he's a cur. Nah, man. Man, a dog could just be a better dog. I pick your dog up, man. Don't let him go through that torture. Like I say, we talking for educational purpose only. No illegal action, anything. We talking about history. I want to make sure everybody know what we talking about. For they, because a lot of things when you talk about certain stuff, they blow it out of proportion. Oh, you want to know? Nah. Yes, sir. But I appreciate y'all talking with me, man. Appreciate y'all talking with me, tapping in. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely right about that, man. Because like I say, they don't mean, they say about Finley Bow, Vindicator made him quit, but Finley Bow was like 7. Vindicator was a younger, energetic dog, relentless dog, a non-stop dog, and Bow just, he just. But I think if you would have probably got them at the same age, it probably could have been a better turnout for Finley, But Finley Finley was a great dog, man, and he produced well before they even started outcrossing that stuff to that Eli stuff. But producing phenomenal dogs, I heard an interview on Mister Finley. A guy did. I forgot who did it, but he would tell me, say, man, Finley had bred out some great dog before they crossed that stuff out, to make Jeep. So, you know, but that's how I look at the game. I don't just look at it at one way. Everybody look at it at one side. It's a bunch of variations of stuff or bunch of stuff that you can look at that you can say, okay, when I flip the coin, I can look at it this way. So a lot of people, they just look one way when they look at things, but you shouldn't look at one way. You got to look at everything that's put on the table. You know, I like I like that Ozzie Stevenson stuff too, man. What if, they say if Ozzy would never had worms or heartworms, could he beat Jeep? I mean, that could have been a possibility, but he took Jeep to, an hour, well, a little bit over an hour, wasn't it? About 2 hours, close to 2 hours, and he could have won probably. That's like Snooty. We talk about Snooty. I heard the stories about him. They say, well, he lost 2 times. I heard a guy say that on one of them things on Facebook. He said, well, he lost 2 times. But see, a lot of people said Snooty wasn't even supposed to fight one of the fights, but he pulled him right off the chain, wasn't conditioned, nothing, still took a dog 2 hours. That's a lot to say, bro, about a dog. Not conditioned and still take a dog 2 hours off the chain? Bro, that's a gladiator there, bro. Like, for real, you can't get no better than that, man. You gotta take your hats off of that. But I like the Snooty stuff too, man. I like the Snooty stuff, man. I like the Snooty stuff. Right, right, right. But see, the thing of it is, like I said, John, they said Snooty wasn't even conditioned. He was just pulled right off the chain and go into a fight, man. That's almost saying, you going against the odds when you ain't conditioned. So this man, if he was conditioned, you know what I'm saying, he could have had a better chance. But at the end of the day, but a lot of stuff crossed well with that Snooty stuff, man. A lot of stuff. Snooty Bolio, Snooty Red Boy, Snooty Rascal, Snooty Eli. You know, we can just keep going on with stuff, man. Mm-hmm. Mims had that Snooty stuff, man. He definitely had that Snooty stuff. You can't go wrong with that Snooty. Snooty almost in my eyes like Bolio to me. You know, to be honest, you know, rough, very durable. You know, a dog that's gonna know how to get out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? That don't stay in trouble. So know how to maneuver well. Yeah, man. This straight out game, like you said. This straight out game. Yeah. So guys, the beer gone. That's it. Smoke the cigar. I guess I get off here. I'll get y'all about 2 hours. 8 more minutes, 2 hours. Trying to think of some more. Have you heard of that it's a guy I seen on YouTube. He's running that Poland stuff. Have you heard about that? That Poland's jump around. I mean, that's that old cotton bullet stuff. Um, I heard this guy say I don't really like it, but everybody ain't able. Everybody don't have to like what you like. It just all depends on what you making it useful for. You know what I'm saying? That Poland stuff, that old cotton bullet stuff. Yes, yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely old school. Let me see. I'm gonna name some more names. Hmm. Let's see. Try to name some more stuff this way. I know that some of that old Kobe stuff. That Reese walking tall. That's some old Kobe stuff. Um. What else? What else? What else? What else? That shorty cowboy stuff. I never had none of that. I know my uncle one time he had, after his dog had passed away, that I was telling you about, that was this that dog was unstoppable. He had bought a dog, that Andy Cap stuff, that Boys and that Bolio. That's, man, dogs were just short and had a big head, man. Andy Caps definitely was another good dog. trying to think of some more. But what I'm trying to do too, man. I think what I'm gonna do in the near future, I'm gonna breed back to some. Like I said, man, I be studying. I be studying thoroughly, man. And it's a dog they call that Cardenas T-Bud stuff. It goes well with that Damian Blake stuff. That Cardenas. I know a guy that got some of that stuff. That Cardenas stuff. It gave me the pedigree, and I studied it, man. And it comes off that Boudreaux Petey and that Boudreaux's Huey, and it goes well with that this line is Lonzo Green with Eli Bolio. So yeah, man, that Cardenas stuff, that stuff is good. That Morphins, um, what else? That's another line that got some of that old that Maloney stuff up in there. Oh yeah, I definitely, man. That's why I say, bro, I be studying, man. I study stuff, but at the end of the day, bro, like I said, you can make a good line overnight. Like me and you can have a later overnight, and it can come out fire. How many they have? They say that typically a dog, a female, will throw you about 8, 9, sometimes 7. All 7 make the cut. They very exceptional. But the name of the game is, and you have to play chess. You can't play checkers with these dogs. You have to play chess. Can you sustain the blood to go to have longevity, to prolong, to have a decade, a couple decades to still, as they ancestry made paved the way. Can it keep staying, keep being alive, keep still being prevalent? You know what I'm saying? That's the name. That's really the name of the game, really. To be honest, that's really the name of the game. Can you sustain it? So in a lot of good bloodlines that don't got created, but they couldn't sustain it, and a lot of time they get watered down because they don't know what area to go to. What I mean, not area, but which blend or which strand to go to. That's why they can't sustain it. But me, like I say, I always say this at the end of the day, man. I got to go to that drawing board. I got to get in there. I got to make this thing work. So, what if you had a bloodline, John? As you say, it's all right, but you need for it to be to get over that edge. And a lot of people, they would give up on it, because I hear stories where people say they'll get a whole yard up if it's not working. I ain't doing that. I ain't about to start over for no whole yard, give up a whole dog, and then go buy a bunch of more dogs, or start off. But no, we gonna figure this thing out, because it's like I say, at the end of the day, it's about adding and subtracting. That's what it's about, adding and subtracting, and that pay stat. Like I know my dog Obsidian, he's inbred off a brother and sister, but 2 different dogs. I don't, like I said, I don't need to inbreed him no more. So basically, I just need to have him at a percentage. I would like to just keep him right around 50, or a little bit over 50, 56%. Maybe I can keep him at 5/8. You know what I'm saying? Like around 62.5. That's all I need him to be. And the rest, it'll be self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? But he's throwing out, man, he's throwing out some good dogs, man, really. And the crazy thing about it, when I got the dog back, he bred himself to his cousin, so he bred himself to his cousin. And then when them dogs came out, when they turned 3 months, yeah, they was hot. They were definitely hot. Get down, stop. I don't know why she want to mess with me. Nah, I definitely wouldn't start over, man, because they know you starting over. Quit, shush. Shut up. Because they know you should doing all that stuff, man. Starting over, you got to go back to that drawing board, man. Heck yeah, because like I say, this is one of my biggest pet peeves. You can solve, you got a math problem, it's about 3 or 4 ways you can solve that problem. And then when you in class, you might have one student that don't understand one way, but then the other student don't understand this way, but you might how to solve it your way. So it's different, variations to do things, man. So that are equivalent to the same thing, but it'll end up, you might have took the shortcut to get the way, but then I might have to take the long way, the full length of it. But as long as I get there, that's the main thing. As long as I get there. as long as I get there. I'm trying to think of some more before I get off here, before I smoke the rest of this, because I ain't got much left. It's a little before I get on out of here. We at 2 hours. Uh, Damn, I'm trying to think of some more good lines. Stop, Bea. Stop making a bark. Bea, stop making a bark. Hush. Hush. Hmm. Trying to think. Oh, yeah, we forgot about some leopard say buster too, man. That old leopard say buster. That's what's good blood. That Hansel blood. That was some good stuff. Um, Hansel bread. Some of the Kobe stuff. The Kobe bread back to the Tudor stuff. Some good stuff. Man, it's a lot of good bloodlines out there, man. So and just because you lose to another, or your dog, they dog better than yours, that don't mean you got to quit. Just go back to the drawing board. I'm a big fan of that, man. Going back to that drawing board. Big fan of that. Yeah, I hope I get a lot of views off of this, man. Hey, what's up, man? William Webster. Appreciate you tapping in, man. I'm gonna get out of here. We done did about 2 hours, man. We just basically been talking about. I can break down a little bit what I've been talking about. We was talking about, some of my breeding programs, that referencing breeding for my program, and I was just talking about what inbreeding does for your program. It intensifies it. What line breeding does for your program, it fortifies it. Basically, just strengthens it. And what outcrossing does, it amplifies it, in which it increases it. Stop, Bea. Stop. Get your mouth off of that. And like I say, I like to use all three of them in one, so instead of just focusing on one blood, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate you tapping in, man. I ain't that far from you. I'm probably about, probably might Nashville, I think. So I know it takes about to get the, what's that place? Out of Gatlinburg. It take about 4 hours. So Nashville might be probably about like another 2 hours away from me. So about maybe 6, maybe 5.5. Maybe it could be 7. I don't know because I never been in Nashville before. But yeah, man, we was on here talking about some good dogs, Molly B. We talk about what else? Molly B, some Red Boy dogs. We were talking about that. And we just basically on here, man, just chopping it up, man. So chime in if you got a question. By the time I get ready to smoke the rest of this, because I done drunk me about 2 beers, I'm feeling good and, just cooling off. I worked all day, 12 hours. And I just want to talk about a little bit of dogs, man. If you got anything to input or ask a question, I'm here to answer it. Stop, man. Hush. Hush. Shut up. Trying not to get her, even though I'm in the country area. It's almost 1 o'clock at night. My wife in there asleep. I don't want her to have to come out here and get me and her, so. So how you doing, man? You doing all right, man? You like a specific bloodline or, you know, um, that you like or you don't use in the past or the future, or or you don't sing or whatnot. But John, I appreciate you tapping in, man. Hush. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yes, sir. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Hopefully this will get a lot of views by the time I download this. Because it's probably going to take about an hour for me to download it even on Wi-Fi. It's live.
Daddy,
Hmm.
I think we messed up her stuff.
It'll be all right.
Now I'm going to be so grumpy with that.
Yeah, you should be asleep. I don't know why you ain't sleep.
Because all that energy.
I know, that's right. That's all that energy, that child energy.
I almost touched that bug,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't.
Yeah, Mr. William, you got anything, any questions, whatever? Any inputs? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in with me, man. I ain't never done 2 hours, but you know, it's a bunch of stuff to talk about, especially this dog. It's endless. It's endless. You know, I like a lot of stuff right now. You know, we've been breeding our stuff with well, I haven't done, but I know people that got the stuff done bred it with some macho buck stuff. Man, them dogs come out so intensive. But see, a lot of people don't understand why they connecting like that, because a lot of our stuff, the Bolio tunes don't come off the Jim's red candy, and then you know Eli always go good with different stuff. Shut up, hush. It always go good with stuff. So um, and the Red Boy Jocko is go good with a lot of stuff too. Eli, Rascal, all that stuff can connect. This due to the traits, you know, the traits matching traits, you know. So you know. And another question too, I had, you know, we was talking about Mr. William. You can make a dog, you know, you can make a good litter of puppies overnight, but can you sustain it? That's one of the questions. I think a lot of times you know we get stagnant at that, man, and we don't know what to go to after that when it's like I'm gonna tell you another dog. Matter of fact, I got this Allen's Tornado. She was an awesome dog, double grand champion. But why didn't she make why didn't she make the same thing as her? See, that's the question. You know, I just don't think they bred her to the right stuff. She didn't never make her. Just like Molly B didn't never make her because they didn't never breed her to the right stuff. I think if she would have went back to some Zebo stuff or Vindicator stuff or some Lonzo stuff, whatever stuff, the bred back in, I think she would have did good.
Oh my God. No, they're not gonna work out.
Yeah, but I appreciate the 9 likes, man, and I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. Yes, sir. John, you still in there, man, or you going up out of there? Yes, sir, man. I'm sorry to keep you up so late, man, and just appreciate you taking the time out with me. And subscribe, man, if you can, and tell everybody else to subscribe, because we are definitely a growing channel. Um, we want to make the dog, the American Pit Bull Terrier, America dog again. That's what my purpose is to do. We want to, you know, continue to make global dogs. That's what I want to do. And all the thing I'm doing is taking little steps at a time to do that by selective breedings and what I see fit and what I like in my own eyes. Because you know, another man might not like what you like. He just may not, and that's fine too. You know, but you can't go off somebody else's opinion. You know.
Let me get up. I'm stepping up. Look at me. I'm stepping up.
Oh, say you up all night. I know that's right, bro. I definitely know that's right, man. Hey, like I say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But man, please give me a call though, man. I like to, you know, communicate with you on some dog talk, life talk, whatever. You know, so you supposed to call me last time, but I guess, you know, I don't know what you had going on. You may forgot. Vaya, stop before you get hurt.
I mean,
Oh shoot, man. Man, this was good. I didn't expect to stay on here this long, but you know, I'm here, man. Appreciate y'all being an audience. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all being an audience. Appreciate y'all. It's 980-365. Let me, matter of fact, I just type it in there. Let me see. It might not let me type it. 980-365-0193. 980-365-0193. Yeah, man. Just give me a call anytime. I'm off tomorrow for 2 days.
Oh my God, that's a big cricket. That's a big cricket right there. That's a big cricket.
Yeah, man. I'm almost done with this little cigar, so yep.
Mommy.
I was out here just getting a little buzz, man, and
Mommy, can you put water here?
yeah,
In the bucket?
yeah,
Hot coffee is hot after filter. So I
yeah,
put more water.
I put some in there, okay? You know, I turn it on, turn it the other way, left, go left. No, left is that way.
This way?
Mm-hmm.
This way?
Yeah, did you get that, man? Text me right now, man. I'm up right now. Like I say, when I get off this live, man, I'm gonna go in there and take a shower. I'm gonna lay it down. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Appreciate once again. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Talk about
The water.
this dog, one of the greatest dogs that was ever designed by man. You know, yes, sir, and continues to be one of the greatest dogs that ever was designed by man. You know, we ain't on here trying to, do anything to do anything illegal, but we're just trying to,
Stop!
raise good dogs, man. Good dogs. That's what we trying to do.
Oh, you want more in there?
Yes, sir. But do y'all got any more questions before I get up out of here, man? It's 980-365-0193. 980-365-0193. Yes, sir. Give me a call, man. Or give me a text right now. We can chop it up tomorrow. I'll be up.
Right there.
Definitely be up. Yes, sir. All right, brother. I appreciate you. Give me a call anytime, man. I'm about to get off of here too, man. Y'all have a wonderful night, man. Or well, wonderful morning. I'm gonna get on here, get on out of here, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man, and we'll do it again pretty soon. We'll do it again.